I guess, a little bit to the question of like, what is church? A bit of my experience, I've worked at a church for 3 years in Ohio as a youth and college pastor. Uh, I kind of been in the church world, and I was getting to a point maybe 8, 9 years ago where, although I wouldn't say it like this, I partly what was in my mind was forget church. Like, we need to be out making disciples, caring for the poor. Like, we need to be out like doing the work of ministry. But I didn't have an understanding of how that connected with church, because in my mind, church was a Sunday morning service, 10:30 to 12, a sermon and some songs. And it just was like, I don't get why this is so important. And so we were in the inner city of San Francisco, Francis and some others, and just going through, knocking on doors, building relationships with very broken people in San Francisco. And as we're building these relationships and sharing Jesus, I'm realizing, man, these people are so broken. They need to be able to come into a healthy community of believers and be discipled and cared for and trained in the faith. And it was this light bulb, like, wait a minute, that's the church. We need the church, but it's actually far more than I ever realized. It's a family, it's a community, it's life together. It's something far more beautiful than just like a service on Sunday, which can be a piece of church, right? But the church is so much bigger. And so that's the idea with We Are Church, is that like even though it's a weird name, right? It's not really that great of a name, but it's meant to emphasize the point, like, we are the church. It's not about Sunday. It's about like life together. We're a community. We're a family who loves each other.
If you enjoyed this conversation from the Transforming Discipleship podcast, listen to the full episode at SmallGroups.com/podcast.